Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Shelley. I see you're already here. Good morning, Melody. I'll be listening while you work. Hey, there's nothing better. If you got to work on a Sunday, you might as well be listening to some good stuff in the background. Good morning, Donna. Good morning, Barb. As always, thank you for being here. My name, for those of you that are just seeing me and coming to join us now, is Corinna Arnold. I work as a psychic medium and have done for probably 15 years now. I always forget how long I've been doing this. Thank you, everyone, for coming. This is your live October energy update, and I'm happy to be here for you. Hey, Maxine, good morning to you. I'm going to go through a couple of housekeeping things like I usually do, guys, because it takes a while for everyone to hop on here. So that gives us some time to let everyone kind of get into the space. What is going on with my hair? Joe, if you're watching, I can't wait to come get my hair done on Friday. I've got some serious grain roots going on. Oh, my goodness. Okay, let's get into it. Let's do some housekeeping. So October 1st has already started. Our VIP Spiritual Lounge has started. I am excited on how I see this unfolding. For those of you that are in the VIP Lounge, watch later today. I'm going to upload your weekly oracle card reading just for that group there, for the energy of that group. So watch for that video, and then there'll be meditations coming out later this week for you to enjoy. October 20th, I'm going to be live back here on YouTube with Allison Wynn Ryder from the TV show The Rescue Mediums. Allison and I have been teaching an intuitive development class, an online intuitive development class, because she's over in Spain. For the last year or two, I think we've been connected, and we've really enjoyed that. So she's going to come on live. We're going to connect on live. We haven't done that for a while, and we'll do some live readings for you all. I think Allison's also going to do a meditation. What else is going on? November 30th and December 1st here in my home, we're going to be doing Usui Reiki level 3. So anyone who's done level 1 and 2 with me, this is your time to sign up. That is going to be a very small class. I intentionally keep it small, just so we can actually have the practice time that we need. So if you're planning on going to the next stage of Reiki, please make sure you come on and sign up. So that starts November 30th and December 1st. January 4th, and it's live on my website for 4 Saturdays. This is going to be an online class on Zoom. We're going to talk about meditation and manifestation. And so we're going to work in different modalities of meditation and also work in manifestation and what that looks like. We do a lot in January. We have our intentions as we go through. But through the years, I've kind of learned about how you utilize the energy of intention to create your best life. And so I thought what we'd do is we'd kind of do a focused workshop series just on aligning with your higher self in your intentions and what it is you want to co-create and manifest as you go forward. So I'm excited about that online class. And February 4th, we've got an online class 4 Saturdays. The other class is going to be 4 Saturdays in a row, by the way. So 4 Saturdays, we're going to dig into Oracle Card Workshop. We'll be online every Saturday morning for 4 Saturdays. And we're going to really talk about how do we utilize Oracle cards, again, to navigate to our best life and maybe to assist other people if you're being called to do that. Anything else? And then March, level 3, Allison Wynn Ryder and I, level 3 of intuitive development. So if you've taken our other 2 levels, this is the next level. We're excited to be online with you again. All right, guys, housekeeping's done. Let's see what's going on here live with me. Maxine's birthday. Oh, October 20th is Maxine's birthday. That's awesome. Maybe you'll get a birthday present from Allison and I, Maxine. That's awesome. Bridget, hello. Good. Thank you for being here. Sally, good morning, Levy. Oh, that's Mavis. Hi, Mavis. Evelyn, good morning. Angela, good morning. And Kathy, good morning. Good morning to everyone. All right, guys, let's dive into it. I want to talk about a couple of things. We're going to do the reading for everyone. I want to talk about, though, a card set that I got, and you can see the deck back here. I'm going to pull it. And I'm going to do a shout out to Amanda Ellis on this. It's taken a while to get this deck, but I finally received it, and I've been working with it. And let me tell you something, I love this card deck. It'll be the foundational deck that we're going to be using here. As anyone that's seen me in the past, I pull from a number of decks. This deck is something special, guys. If you're into oracle cards, I'm really loving using this deck. So, Amanda, I just wanted to give a shout out to you. I can feel the intention in this deck. I can feel the power of this deck, the artwork, the channeling of the messages, even the book. I mean, look at the size of this book, you guys. It's fabulous. It's organized well. I've loved working with the cards. The first day I got the cards, I was so excited to get them. I started shuffling through them, breaking them apart because they had that gold trim, which took a bit of time, but allowed me to saturate my energy with them. And sometimes it takes a while to work with cards, for your energies to meld. The energies and the message that came through for me was so bang on and exactly what I needed. I've been working with Archangel Metatron for quite a while. But again, another beautiful shout out to Amanda Ellis. I was drawn to her about a year ago, and I'm going to put her YouTube link below. I really love following her. I feel in alignment with her energy for a number of reasons. But the one thing that she brought to me, because I always have a group of 7 to 9 divine beings that I'm working with. And I haven't in the past ever tuned into exactly who it was. I felt Buddha around me and Archangel Gabriel around me, and I'd kind of tune in further to their energy. There was one primary angel that I always knew that was with me, and I could never really put my finger on who it was. When I started to work with and see that first video, which was a video on Princess Diana, I knew the energy she was working with because that energy's been with me my whole life. And I put two and two together. I'm like, oh, it's Archangel Metatron. I want to thank you, Amanda. I'm not sure if you'll ever watch this video, but I want to thank you for that because it started to put some puzzle pieces for me together. I've never been primarily focused on who exactly I'm working with. I just understand the energy and the vibration and the love that's behind it and the intention that's behind it. But I'm definitely in alignment and loving her work. So please go on and do that. So much so that I picked a card for myself from this deck before we started. And it says, go with the flow and paddle on. Again, if anyone knows what's been going on for me the last week or two, this is significant in more ways than another. Well, my whole life. The vision that I've always had, and I want to keep going on with this, but the vision I've always had, because I've always grasped on to certainty in my life, to security for a number of reasons, mostly because of the way I grew up and the uncertainty I grew up in, the environment I grew up in. So I always had this vision and I always had this meditation. I'd have reoccurring dreams of being in the river and just letting go of the edge and letting go, which I have done now. Thank you, Spirit, for that. So that was a beautiful confirmation here. And there was stuff going on with me this week. And I don't know whether you guys have had that too, about just questioning, what am I doing? Am I on the right path? As I was starting to get some bumps and hurdles, I just thought, oh, what is this happening? Why are we having bumps and hurdles? Am I not in the right direction? And when I asked for a card for me, this is what came on. Just keep going with the flow. And that's one of the things I always say, when you're in flow with the universe, this is when everything starts falling into place. So again, beautiful confirmation. I love these cards. I highly recommend them. It's very rare that I highly recommend a deck. I work with lots of decks. In the last year or so, that's another thing that's unfolded for me. I haven't worked with decks for a long time because when you come see me on one-to-one, I don't do decks. I just connect into your energy. Anyways, this is the balm. What can I tell you? The cards are beautiful. The images are beautifully painted. The intention is high. The vibration is high. I just cannot recommend this deck enough. Okay. I'm going to put it here because I'm just loving working with it. The other thing that I want to talk to everyone about too is some of you have asked about these sprays in the background. Again, these are Amanda Ellis sprays that I absolutely love. I've been doing my own sprays and my own essential oils, the roller balls, which I know you all get when you come to my classes and my retreats. So there's going to be more information coming out for a collaboration with Real Roots for me as well, because a lot of you have been asking for more stuff from me. But anyways, in addition to using what I have created, just a shout out to her too. Her stuff is just, it's the vibration is high because of the intention and the love that she puts into it, and it matters. It matters in what we're creating and what we're working on. What's your intention? What's the vibration you're bringing it to? You can feel the purity in these. So anyways, head on to her website. I'll link that as well. I just want to, thank Amanda for all the work she does. I don't know if she gets enough thanks sometimes. And sometimes even doing the work that I do, I come on live, I do a lot of stuff and give a lot of stuff for free because I believe in being in service to humanity right now. And sometimes that can feel like a bit of a thankless journey. And so I know what it takes to do this work, and I know what it takes. And Amanda, just know that you've made a difference in my life. I hope you feel that. Okay, let's see what else is going on. Janice, beautiful day. Maybe it's Indian summer. I hope so, because we just had a dump load of snow, and I hope we're going to move on to something better. Okay, let's go into it, guys. I already feel messages coming through, so let's hop in and see what's going on. For those of you that are live with me, hang on right to the end. As always, we'll go through the October energy card reading. And then I'm going to pull some names for people who are going to win a reading for me live here. Well, what we do is I ask for numbers between 1 and 10. Okay, so like I said, our base foundational cards, and feel free as I'm shuffling, if you guys have any questions, you want to share anything about the energy of September, please feel free to do so. So our base cards are going to be these Archangel Metatron cards, and then I'll pick one card from the other decks. It's been an interesting experience for me because cards have not been a foundation for me. I've worked with cards for many, many years, but it hasn't been a focus. And as I started doing these lives, I was guided to use cards just because it's a nice visual for people and helps people to kind of see maybe what I'm seeing or what I'm being guided towards. But the way that I've been guided to do, I pick from I think it's 7 or 8 decks now when I do these live readings, and also if you get your monthly video reading from me as well. It's been an interesting journey, and I'm excited to see how it keeps unfolding. So thanks to people like Amanda who create these beautiful decks, because they make a difference, I think, for those of you, for those of us that are connecting into this tool and helping us connect to the divine. Okay, so let's talk about September. September was an interesting energy for me. I was away for a couple weeks on holidays out to Vancouver Island. I was very grateful to be out there. It was beautiful, but again, there was some stuff that came up during that experience, some bumps in the road, and not with my family. We had a wonderful time together, but some external experiences that were things that I needed to process, which I won't get onto here. But I don't know, let me know how your September was, guys. It was an interesting energy for me. Even though I was away, it felt a little manic at times, the energy. Felt a little scattered at times. I had to keep tuning in and meditating as much as possible to kind of keep grounded. So I would love to hear how your Septembers were going. Okay, so I'm going to ask for, I just heard 3 cards from this Metatron, beautiful Metatron deck. So just asking for 3 cards, please. For October, to help guide us to our best life. Okay. And then I'm going to do Keepers of the Light. As always, I'm always excited to see what's going to unfold. Hi, Nebresha. I hope I'm pronouncing that name right. Okay, just picking cards for October here. And I'll just pick a few more cards. I just heard change, but I was asking about September, so I don't know if lots of people have been going through a lot of change. I know that's been going on for a while here. I just had a card pop out. And that was the angels just asking for the angelic realm to come forward with a message. I was guided to use Denise Lynn's gateway cards, and when I was going to pick which cards I was going to use, for some reason they said the gateway is important right now. So I'm going to tune into these cards and just ask for one card guidance, please. But in September, I just felt like, again, just one thing after another after another. So I was glad I had time away. But I definitely felt the energy of change through September again. I don't think that's going to slow down anytime soon, though, guys. I think change is definitely continuing to be on the horizon as we enter into 2020. Okay. So then I'm just going to ask for a Spirit Animal Oracle card. And I know this takes time, but I really love tuning in to these cards with you guys live. So you can see that I'm actually pulling them. And I just had a card pop out. Oh, I had two cards. And you can actually, I'm tuning into your energy. So I'm tuning into the messages that the people that are here with me today need to hear. And then anyone that'll hear the recording as well. Okay. And the last card is a chakra card. Just kind of asking us for direction on what is being worked on right now in our energy system, what we need to know to help support our energy system, our chakra system. Oh, I've got a couple more cards over here. So also self-care. I really love these self-care cards. So just asking the divine what we need to know about self-care this month. And finally, the power of surrender card. So just asking about what it is that we need to surrender into or just let go and surrender in our lives, again, to bring us towards our highest and best potential in life. All right, let's dig in here. Let's dig in, and I'll show you the first three foundational cards, and then we'll get into the rest of the cards here as we go forward. This is going to take me a minute to organize them. Ooh, that's a beautiful card. I haven't seen that one before. Okay, first card is from the Archangel Metatron deck. Love, relationships and harmony. Relationships and harmony. Okay, remember I said I kept getting, we're going to talk about gateway, and that's why I had to actually pick from the gateway deck as well. Okay, so it says dimensional gateway and invitation. That's interesting. And then beacon, shine on, shine on. Okay, let me tune into these three cards and then I'll get into the rest of the reading and just see what they have to say. I read my cards all intuitively. There's a couple of card decks, like the crystal deck will all read specifically some messages, and sometimes I'm being guided from my angels and guides to actually go in and read the actual channeled message. So we'll see how this unfolds, but I learned and I love to read the cards intuitively more than anything. The first thing that I'm hearing is I just heard the gateway is open. The gateway is open this month. And I just heard October 10th. There's something happening on October 10th where there's an energy that's going to come through for us all. And I just heard the gateway is open. One thing that they're saying to me is that it's a gateway that's going to bring a high vibration of love and a high intention for compassion for self and compassion for others. They've talked about this in other months, that this is definitely the energy that's coming in. I almost feel like I can take a breath, like a relief. I felt like, oh, now I can breathe. I feel like my chest is opening up again. We've talked about this before, that there is expansion in that heart chakra. And it's interesting because I had to wear rose quartz today, and it had to be over my heart. I just felt like it had to support my heart chakra. So there's definitely stuff happening in the heart chakra this month. There is an energy, a gateway that's going to be opened. Absolutely. Not that there hasn't been other gateways that have been opened. But the interesting thing is the invitation is yours. The one thing that they want to remind you of is that this is always your choice. They provide the opportunity, the gateway for you to actually walk through and to allow the new energy and frequency to come into your energy and frequency. And the choice is always yours. The choice is always yours. They just said to me, they send it with the highest potential and love for all. They're also talking about knowing that it's and they talked about this at the retreat that I just did when I did my Spirit Talk retreat at the retreat a couple weeks ago, because they're just repeating something for me and said we talked about it before, because sometimes I don't always remember what I say, is it's your future selves, a version of your future higher selves that are bringing this energy back to you. That's the potential for you to grab onto it and actually saturate into it and see how it's going to unfold. There's an awakening to compassion, awakening to self-love. Self-love is really important now. There's talking a lot about self-love because we can only love others equal to how we love ourselves. So self-care, self-love, they're talking about yesterday. I actually took a self-care day. I was starting to feel really run down, and anyone that knows me, they keep telling me, you cannot keep going at this pace. I go at a heavy, heavy pace to try to get everything done in service. But there are times when I need to just shut it down, and that's what I did yesterday. There are times where we have to take care of our own hearts, is what they just said to me. We have to cherish our own centers of divinity. So this is an important piece to the puzzle, they said, because they're showing me puzzle pieces coming together. That self-care is just as important this month as care for others and opening up to more compassion and love for others. It's interesting what I'm seeing here. I'm actually seeing, I know this is wings, I'm seeing swans. There's something here about community coming together too, to love and support each other. There's the joining here of people to come together. It's interesting that this is the month that I decided to start my VIP community, which is an online spiritual support group. There's something here about bringing like souls together to support each other through this transition into 2020. They just said to me, there's power and like energy coming forward. There's also something here about twin flame energy here. a connection into twin flame energy. But I'm seeing doves. That's interesting. The gateway to this is open. The gateway to building relationships, to building the frequency of love in amongst your experience here with others is highly focused energy right now. Because they said as we go into fifth dimensional energy, that's truly all that exists, is the remembrance of the connection, that we are all one. And so this is what's happening. This is how we're starting to come together. The other message they want to talk out is they just said to me, you're going to be the beacons of light. You're the beacon of light. It's not that the light is beaconing you. You're the beacon of light is what they just said to me, because the light comes through you. As you open your hearts, as you do self-care, as you allow this new frequency of love energy to come through you this month, as you continue to be vulnerable, connect, open your heart to new experiences, you end up being the beacon of light here on earth. You're the one that grounds the energy. You're the beacon of light. And they just said to me, your light matters. Keep checking to see how bright is your light. Are you closing certain parts of your heart down? Are you doubting yourself? Are you limiting your dreams? Are you limiting possibilities because of fears and of the vibration of fear and past experiences? They just said, there's no one savior. We are all the saviors. That's interesting. We are all beacons of light of hope. We are all beacons of light of love. We're all going to be helping bring in this new vibrational frequency of love and compassion. And there's something here about swan energy. I need to look up swans. That's what they just told me. Let me grab my spirit guide book. I'm just going to look up swans because I keep seeing a swan there. And just see what that means. Swan, 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 swan. Okay, so no matter what's happening in your life right now, do whatever it takes to keep your faith strong. It's important to accept your life circumstances and surrender to the will of Spirit, trusting that all will work out. You'll soon find clarity and purpose in the confusion that you're experiencing. Okay. Focus that life is a precious and sacred gift. Express your gratitude and appreciation in as many ways as possible. So just some of the messages around swan energy as well. Again, confusion, things coming up. I talked about that in September. I just feel like the gateway is opening to more peace and more connection and more loving energy. You know what they're also saying to me? This is the divine feminine coming through. Again, the divine feminine that is coming through, that is being grounded here on earth. This is also this energy that's coming through in October through this gateway. Thank you. That's why they're telling me this is what's opening up. This softness, this softening of the heart, this opening up of really that loving rose energy. Whenever we think about rose, it's that loving heart energy. The divine feminine that's starting to come through is really assisting in opening and softening everyone's hearts to more compassion. The one thing that they want to remind you of is through all that, as you continue to open your heart, isn't this a beautiful card? Green Terra. My gosh. Again, divine feminine. The divine feminine energy is here with us, specifically in October. It will continue to be. It's heightening more and more. Is that as you open your heart, you are protected. You're protected through this experience. Continue to be vulnerable, continue to be open, continue to connect to people of like energies. I just feel a protective energy around your heart here. Know that being vulnerable, even though courageous, that the divine is protecting you through that experience. And keep asking for the divine to shield you, is what they just said, in a golden ray of light. Ask them to continue to shield you this month in this golden ray of light. I also feel like it's through this golden ray of energy. This is what's going to be coming through. So don't be surprised if some of you are noticing golden energy around you more and more. You're being drawn to golden energy more and more. For some reason, they're talking about that, the golden ray of light, and that's interesting because this is gold too. Now that I'm seeing that, they said to me, "Is this not gold energy?" I'm like, "Yeah, it sure is." So there's something here about the golden energy, the golden ray of light that's starting to come through this gateway in October. The angelic message, this is interesting. So they're talking about studying and learning. Again, you see the golden wings. There's something here about the golden energy coming through. They're talking about it's going to bring us into a new phase of learning about ourselves, self-mastery, self-compassion, and compassion for others. There's something here we're learning. There's something too here they're referencing about the Akashic records and opening up the Akash. That's interesting. And we're learning about self here right now. We're learning about, again, it's self-mastery. There's something here about self-mastery in the energy of October. Again, it might be a bit of an introspective energy, and they said, and then they showed me an equal sign, and then they showed me like a group of people. So there's a balance here going on this month about self-reflection, self-mastery, but in the combination of being around others. They just said to me, can you see yourself in others? Can you see your fear in others? Can you see your compassion in others? Can you see your lessons in others? What is it that others are bringing to you? And if you come with an open heart, even those that are bringing you challenges is what they're saying to me, even those that are pushing the buttons, what is it that's going to enable you to be, to navigate towards self-mastery? What is it that they're helping you learn about what you still fear, what you still hate? That's a strong word, but that's what they're using. What you still don't love about yourself, what you still what limiting beliefs you have of yourself is what they just said to me. And also, what is good about you? And what is being reflected back to you? Is love being reflected back to you? And are you able to accept it? Are you open to it? Is what they just said to me. Look at all the wonderful things that are coming to you as well. All the little moments of joy matter is what they just said to me. There's something here about self-mastery here this month. So this is the gateway card, and it says, savoring pleasure. I fully embrace bliss in my life. And they want me to hold up this card too. Good morning, Bonnie. Good to see you here. Can we allow the vibration of joy and hope into our field more so than the limiting beliefs of fear and what we're seeing around us? Can we take time out to savor pleasure? What brings you pleasure? Because they just said to me, when we're in a state of pleasure, when we're in a state of joy, the energy, our energy naturally expands, and it comes from the heart. Again, they're talking about the heart. Oh, this is interesting. What they just said to me was, your heart is your gateway. And when you live and when you navigate to more of what brings you pleasure, whether it's music, whether it's a bubble bath, whether it's fresh flowers, what else is going on here? Hey, a bottle of wine, maybe something that looks like chocolate to me, but who knows? What they're showing me is it's like this golden light of energy comes from your heart. Can you allow yourself this month to savor some of this? To be in a state of pleasure, more interesting, they said more than a state of angst. Can we draw this into our field and stay in this energy as much as possible and allow our hearts to expand? This is what expands our hearts open. Interesting. Okay. They just said to me, we want you guys to repeat this mantra this month. I fully embrace bliss in my life. You know what they just showed me? Put it on a Post-it. Draw it out on a Post-it. Put it on your mirror every day. And they want you to look at that every day and say that every day, whether it's your desk at work, whether it's your your mirror at home. I fully embrace bliss in my life. Okay. Emma, so glad you're here with me. At the end of this October energy card reading, I'm going to be pulling some numbers, and if you have that number, you can certainly get a free reading from me. Okay, Grasshopper Spirit. So it's interesting. We got 2 cards from for the month of October for animal spirits, and one was Horse Spirit, and one is Grasshopper Spirit. Grasshopper says take a leap of faith, and Horse Spirit is freedom is yours. They just said to me again, what limiting belief is holding you back? And do you have the courage to move beyond it towards freedom? What limiting belief is holding you back? Again, they just said to me, this is about self-mastery here this month, about you taking your divinity, your divine power, standing in your divine power, knowing that you are protected and loved by the divine, allowing yourself this month to take a leap forward, to really step into your freedom. Because they just said to me, freedom is yours. This is the energy that's waiting for you, but you've got to take the leap of faith to do it. And they just said to me, it's okay if we take little leaps of faith. We always think our leap of faith has to be grandiose. They're showing me the Grand Canyon. They're showing me I've got to go all the way to the other side of the Grand Canyon and take that level of leap of faith. They just said to me, for some people, that's too much. It's okay. They're showing me a stream and little, rocks along the stream, getting you from one side to the other. It's okay to take those smaller leaps of faith towards freedom. But that what they want you to know is that freedom is here for you. It's interesting that we've got 333. 333. The number of lots of threes here. Freedom is waiting for you. Feel the beauty in this card. And you know what I feel in this card? Intentional focus is what they just said to me. This is intentional focus of where you're finally heading, which is this. And you'll see, they just said to me, you'll see the rocks appear in front of you. Your next step, your next step, your next step. Don't get overwhelmed by having to get through this massive gap that some of us are seeing from one side to another. Have faith that the rocks will appear as you go forward to get you to this place. And I just feel, they just said, it's this energy, this gateway that's opening that's going to assist with that this month. This is the crystal card that I pulled, and I always read this one straight from the deck. And this is the Colette Baron Reed deck, Crystal Spirits. Just because I'm not a crystal connoisseur, and to me it's pure energy that's come through for that. And the channeling message for this deck, to me, is what we need to focus on for some reason. Sunstone. Where are we, Sunstone? Okay. God, you guys can't make this shit up. Like, seriously. I love it. 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 Sunstone, freedom, breaking through obstacles, the power to overcome limitations, and knowing you can do it. Isn't that what they've been talking about? This is this gateway that's opening for us. Any of us can become so used to being restricted that when we have the potential to move beyond limitations, we stare in disbelief at the open door of the cage that has held us in captivity for too long. The doorway is open. It's only us that is holding ourselves back. Only us that are holding ourselves within the cave, being shackled by our fears and our limiting beliefs. But the gateway is open. Do you choose to allow it to come forward and open your heart and move into a new vibration and energy this month? They just said to me, the choice is yours. But you are the one that have shackled yourself to the wall. Freedom is yours, is what they just said to me. Wow. Wow. Okay. Thank you. So for anyone who's struggling, go get yourself a sunstone. Go get the vibration of sunstone to help support you through that, of letting yourself be unshackled and letting this new vibration that's coming in. Again, can you see this new vibration coming in? To support you in letting go of your limiting beliefs. And they just said to me once and for all, that's interesting. This is the opportunity that's here for you right now, so you can finally let it go, to finally be the beacon of light for others. They just said to me, keep your hearts open. Keep your hearts open. I feel that this energy, this is how it's going to be downloading into our field, is through the heart chakra. This is interesting. This is the chakra card that was picked, and it's dissipating. Again, I feel limiting beliefs. I feel beliefs that have been programmed into us. Our belief about ourselves, our belief about who we are in the world is dissipating. This kind of, again, limiting beliefs, our own fears, what we've been programmed with, is what they're just saying. This is interesting. What our energy and our yellow chakra is what we hold about our belief, our level of self-care, self-compassion, standing in our power, understanding who we really are. The program is being released. It's interesting, the canary energy. I've had canary energy around me for some reason. I feel like strong. I've got to look up canary too. I just have a lot of messages around canary right now. We're releasing the programming. We need to they just said to me, turn the TV off, turn the programming off, and let the new energy flow in. That's interesting. Because what I feel from this card is, energetically in my body, I'm feeling an old energy come out, the old programming, and the potential for a new energy to come in. But I keep hearing the choice is yours. What do you choose? This is interesting. So this is the self-care card this month, and it's just progress again. Look at this. There's the horse energy again. How free does that energy feel? Freedom. You are moving forward. You are moving forward. They just said to me, again, they want a message of hope to you all. Can you see that you're all moving forward, that this is all moving forward, and can you hold on to that energy, that there is progress being made here on Earth? And especially in the month of October, we are going to move forward. And it just says charge forward. It's time to charge forward this month. This is interesting. So the power of surrender cards is always, what do we need to surrender for our energy, for our highest selves to come forward, our higher power to come forward more? Or sometimes, what do we surrender into? This is obviously letting go of, and it says, surrender your fear of intimacy. Again, I feel twin flame energy here. But again, this is what they talked about at the beginning, right? This is the energy that's unfolding for us. Opening our heart, connecting in with others, allowing them to still come forward and be vulnerable. Allow people to see what it is you're still working on with self-mastery. That doesn't mean that you allow people, that doesn't mean that there's not boundaries, is what they want to remind everyone of. Remember, your heart is protected. You need to keep your heart protected in that golden ray, but still allowing your heart to open, still keeping your heart open to possibility, still being vulnerable, still allowing yourself to be intimately connected to people. They said it's essential piece. It's an essential piece of the oneness that's unfolding here on Earth. Because what has happened is the separation of self. That's interesting. They want me to bring this card up again. This separation from, this is what we've been programmed with, is that we're separate from the all. It's this egoic identity of self. And as this heart and this new gateway energy is coming through, as your heart's expanding, you're starting to have empathy and compassion for all, realizing that there is interconnectedness for all of us here, that we are all connected, that we're all here assisting each other. We're all here teaching each other something. We're all here on the same journey towards ascension. And they just said to me, what is your part? Your part is shining your light. That's the only responsibility you have on the journey. This is you. You are the beacon of light. You're the beacon of hope. By the way that you express and that you live your life, is what they just said. It's not outside yourselves. It's not someone who's going to come in and save. It's not someone, it's you. You are the divine. You are the piece of the divine. You are the divinity and the answers that you've been waiting for as you allow it to unfold. It's interesting. That's an interesting message. And know that we're here for you and that we love you is what they're saying. That this is who you are. You are the beacon of light this month. Keep your heart open. Allow this new vibration to come through. Don't shut yourself off from others, even though others might be challenging right now. And Lord knows, I've had some challenges in the last month with other human beings. But I will not, and I've said this my whole life, and I've had a lot more harder challenges than what I've been going through in the last month. I refuse to allow those experiences to shut down my heart. I choose to continue to be vulnerable and open. That doesn't mean vulnerable in the sense of allowing others to take advantage of you or be unkind to you. There's boundaries, and self-love is about boundaries. But to allow those experiences to close your heart in and not continue to be open to the oneness and the love that's here for you, those chains that shackle you hold your life in a certain place where there is more potential out there for you than anything you could ever imagine. They just said to me, walk through the door, unshackle yourself from being inside the cave, and let go. Allow this new energy to come into your life. Allow it to enfold you. Allow the freedom to come forward for you, because there is freedom here for you from those limiting beliefs. This month, this is the core of the message and the energy. Tune into that new frequency. Tune into that divine feminine energy and allow it to continue to blow your heart open. And even if it brings emotions forward, that's okay. We'll talk about that in my VIP forum. We're going to talk about emotions more and more, about the power of emotion. Wow, that's a big message for this month. I'm excited to see how it unfolds for everyone. Would like to hear what you guys think of it, obviously. Wow. Okay, that was something. Let's get into doing some readings for people, guys. I always encourage you guys, come back and listen to this message at least one more time during the month. There is going to be other messages here for you as the month unfolds, as the next few weeks unfold. There's going to be some other stuff here for you. So please come back and do that. Okay, I'm going to get my pen and paper, and I'm going to pick a number between 1 and 10. So anyone who's interested in a reading, please put your number up between 1 and 10. They just said to me, change is coming, continuing to come, but it's good change. Depending on the energy that you want to connect into is what they just said to me. Okay. And they keep talking about It's time for you to unshackle yourself from inside the cave. You're welcome. You're welcome, Sheila. Bridget, I'm glad it resonates deeply. I'm excited to see what comes to. Thank you for listening now and for sure listening again. Shunte, thank you for being here. Maxine, I'm glad it resonates with you. I'm glad. It's definitely resonating with me too. Definitely resonating with me too. Okay, I'll give you guys a couple more seconds here to put your number between 1 and 10 in. Hi, Jana. It's good to see you here. Barb, I needed to hear it too. That's the thing, you know, I love doing these readings because these are messages for me as well, because I'm on the same journey you are. We're all on this journey together. Can I point out these 2 candles too that my beloved friend Kim's been making? This is her crown chakra candle, and the other one is the throat chakra candle. I'm absolutely loving these. They're all done with soy, so you can actually put it on your skin if you like, and pure essential oils, and they all have an intention on them, which I absolutely love. Again, these are beautiful products that have intentional, beautiful intention behind them is what I'm trying to say. And you can feel it in the vibration. Like if you guys tune into that vibration, can you feel that? I hope you can. As I light that candle, I can feel that vibration coming through. Everything's prayed on and prayed over and charged with energy, and it matters, guys. Everything that you have around you should be a sacred experience, is what they just said to me. I know it's easy to go to Walmart, and sometimes we got to go to all these places, and we have budgets and stuff, and they understand that. But part of self-care is bringing items into your energy field that you love, that lifts your vibration. Because they just said to me, remember that everything is energy. Everything holds a frequency and a vibration. They just said to me, take a look around your home and see what is it that I'm holding on to. Again, they're talking about those releasing those shackles. Is there stuff energetically in my home that is no longer in alignment or is not bringing me the highest frequency? Whether it's old pictures of old partners or items that someone gave you that every time you look at it, you're like, oh, I need to get rid of that. I don't like it anymore. It's not for me, or someone gave that to me and it holds and I don't like that person, or they're out of my life, or, you know, they want you to take some time this month to take a look around your energy field. And do you have items around you that support you, that have a higher frequency, and that bring you joy? Because if you don't, let them go, is what they just said. Let all that go, hand it over to someone where that might bring them joy because of where they are at. Anyways, take some time to do that. Speaking of that, this is a beautiful painting that my beautiful friend Erin channeled through for me. She is a beautiful artistic channel. And I asked her to do a painting for me for Hope. This is going to be in my new office, by the way. You'll see some changes going forward here in the next few months, because I have totally taken over my husband's office, bless his heart. So anyways, please, look at that painting. And when I tuned into it, I totally felt Archangel Gabriel energy with that, which has both the male and the female energy. And it's hard to see in that painting, but the energy that's coming through it for me is so beautiful. And Archangel Gabriel has that male-female balance, yin-yang energy. The they energy is what I like to call it, because there's both energies within the field. So, and that's definitely beautifully expressed. It's hard to see it all, but anyways, have items like this that you love, by people that have the purest of intentions, if you can, guys. It matters. They just said to me it matters. Okay, let's get into this. So my number was 5. That's my number. I just got to grab my mouse here. And I'm going to go back. It is a beautiful painting, Shelley. She's a very talented artist. I have another one I'll show you when I get into my new one. And it has a very strong Mother Earth and creative energy to it. I just love her work. Let's see who got number 5 first. I see Donna Payne having number 5 first. So Donna, congratulations. Congratulations, Donna. You are the winner. Okay, guys, I'll do a couple more of these if anyone wants to hang on with me. Donna, I'm just going to pull a Sacred Rebel card for you, and then a couple more cards. Oh, Donna, they also want to remind you there's another video coming for you later today. All right. I'm just asking for one card for Donna here, and I'll pull from one other deck. I'm going to go back to the Metatron deck, because as you can tell, guys, I'm loving this deck. I just heard 2 cards from this deck. All right, this is interesting. First one is Big, Bold Vision. Is that card not beautiful? As an intuitive reader, the cards that have so much stuff going on is such a blessing for me. Wow. Okay, this is interesting. Water, emotion, and well-being, emotional well-being. The water energy. That's probably more like right side up. Okay, I'm just getting messages on that. And then the white energy, purity and innocence. So you've got some interesting cards that came through for you. They want me to start with this card because they're talking about the purity of your soul. They just said to me, you've got a really pure energy. And you come with pure intention, and they're really proud of you for that. And they want you to continue to hold on a pure intention. They're also talking about your emotional well-being. Sometimes it's impacted because others around you sometimes don't have this purity of intention, because yours is just so pure. And sometimes they just said to me, sometimes that hurts your heart and you get confused because you don't emotionally, you're impacted, and you're emotionally impacted a lot because you're a very strong empath, is what they said. But you're also emotionally impacted by others because you don't understand why others do what they do, and because you come with such a pure vibration and energy. They want to remind you this month to really honor the emotions that you're having, because your emotions are actually supporting your personal well-being and helping you actually move energy out of your field. Emotions are a beautiful expression of divinity in allowing us to move the energy through our field, because I just feel like movement. We need to move energy, and we can do that through emotion. Again, they're saying that emotion is just information about how you feel in reflection of that which is going on around you, and to allow emotion, again, to be a tool. It's interesting they're talking about this with you, because I know you're in the VIP and this is what we're going to talk about. But this month, a lot of this is what you're going to be learning, is how to master your emotional well-being and how to have support of the divine around you through that experience. They just said to me, part of what's unfolding here is the bee. It's interesting because I feel like the third eye and the crown chakra are really being ignited for you as well. I just feel it's going to be an emotional month for you. There's going to be a lot of emotional upheaval as you kind of navigate towards this new vision of your life. Again, they're showing me the creek and the grasshopper, similar to that message where we're moving forward and we're hopping forward, and there's clarity coming here on what's on the other side. They just said to me, you don't know what's on the other side, you're just hopping forward. That's interesting. They don't know what's, you don't know where you're going here, but that's okay. There's going to be clarity in the vision of where this is all taking you, and right now you just need to go on the ride and allow your emotional, your feeling. They keep showing me your gut, so follow your gut. Allow that emotional energy that comes through you, whether it feels right in your gut or not. This is going to help you unfold to a bigger vision in your life. But I feel some emotional upheaval here. They want to remind you that when people aren't in alignment with your high frequency, there's some lessons here about not letting it impact your emotional well-being this month, holding the vibration and energy of purity is what they're saying, and letting it kind of just float by you. That's interesting because they have this dolphin kind of floating by. They're like, let it float through you and float by you. If an emotion comes through you because you're not understanding why someone can be cruel or not as kind as you obviously walk through this world. It's kind of a twofold message for you this month. And then we're going to use emotion and utilize emotion in the sense of how our body is emotionally feeling with certain visions going forward to help navigate through to a bigger vision for yourself. So this is definitely coming in to your life right now where you're understanding you're going to have a bigger vision of where you're going with all of this, because you've just been with faith and a sense of kind of hope going from one rock to another, just knowing. And they want to thank you for that, for having kind of blind faith right now about where this is all leading you. So there's definitely lots of stuff going on, learning through emotion. So allowing yourself to use the emotional field of your body to help you navigate towards what's working for you and what your vision is for life. And also learning how to master emotional wellness, to not let others' energy impact you anymore when it's so out of alignment from your purity. So, and we're going to learn about more of that, but this is what's unfolding for you. Lots of learning around emotion this month for you. And I feel a much clearer vision coming for you for they just said October 30th. So I just feel like by the time we get to the end of October, some kind of higher vision is going to come forward for you where you understand kind of why you've been on this new path, is what they just said to me. Okay, guys? Dawn, I hope that makes sense for you. I have faith that, and I know it'll make sense as you navigate through. Okay, guys, I'm going to do another number between 1 and 10, and that's how I do readings. So pick a number between 1 and 10. And if you get that number, I will do a reading for you. All right, guys, let's see who's going to pick the number. Kyanat, I think you're the one that got the number. Thank you for subscribing, by the way. Donna, this makes so much sense. So grateful. Thank you, Corinna Spirit, for the messages. Okay, kind of the way I work is I'm going to tune into your energy and see what the divine has for you. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name right, by the way. Apologies if I'm not. I'm not a name connoisseur, unfortunately, but I do my best and I have my best of intention to pronounce everyone's name right. So bless you for being patient if I'm not. Okay, I'm going to tune into your energy. I just got the gateway card for you. I'm going to pull a gateway card. The number 8 and 5 are special to me, so no coincidence. Yes, that's for sure. There is no coincidence in life, right? When you're in the flow, you're in the flow. Okay. Let's see what these cards are going to bring. I just heard 2 cards, and then I'm going to pick from one more deck. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name right. I feel a lot of confusion around something around you right now when I first tune into your energy. But I also feel determination, which is kind of interesting. So even though there's confusion around you around a certain subject, I also feel like there's movement forward and like a hyper focus on something. I think the confusion is maybe it's not working out the way you thought it would work is what I'm feeling, but you're still hyper focused on the outcome is what I'm also feeling. Hopefully that makes sense. So I'm also going to pick a crystal card for you. For some reason I was guided to pick a crystal card. Just asking for further guidance, please. Okay. All right. Feeling confused about situation. Okay. Yeah, I'm totally getting that. Oh, well, and this is going to confirm some of what I just said. So I just got trusting your intuition is your first card. So my life is truly guided and taking action. So remember that focus piece that I got, taking action. I enthusiastically embrace life's boundless possibilities. And then I'm going to get into this card in a second. They're talking about the fact that it's good to take action on things, but we need to balance it out with our intention and make sure our intention is in the right place right now. So they're talking about it's good to move forward, good to take action, make sure that we're balanced in our intention, that we have the purest of intention for everyone's highest potential and well-being. That's the first thing they want to talk about. The first thing that they also are talking about is listening to your gut. So listening to your internal intuition. When we're confused about something, sometimes we're pushing towards something rather than listening to what's really unfolding within yourself. When there's resistance, when things aren't going as smoothly, they're talking about there's a requirement to take a step back at that point and reattune to our own internal knowingness, to our own internal intuition, and make sure that it's in alignment. There's some piece about being in alignment. Sometimes our ego is pushing towards something because we really want a certain outcome, and we keep taking actions towards that, and then we keep getting kind of confused or roadblocks on it. Sometimes that's happening for our greatest and highest well-being. When things aren't going smoothly, when they aren't in the flow, right? I don't know if you were at the beginning, this card about being in the flow. We need to stop and take a step back and tune back into our intuition and understand, is this the right timing? Is this the right intention? There's something here about holding the right intention. And there's something here about timing because they keep pointing to a watch on this certain situation. There's divine timing in everything, beloved, is what they just said. So making sure that sometimes we're not jumping into action for action's sake, but tuning back into intuition, tuning back into what's in the highest and best for everyone, and understanding when that time is and what actually needs to happen. Because sometimes when we're taking too much action, I feel stumbling blocks. And if we're getting stumbling blocks, we need to slow down and tune back in. I think we need to just slow down and retune in to what's actually going on. So I'm gonna read the crystal message here, because I just said read the crystal message. And the crystal message is Agerine. Agerine, don't even know that crystal. That's why I'm gonna go to the book, because the book knows. Let me see what this is gonna bring up for you for further messaging. AE. Okay. Integrity, solidarity, impeccability, reliability, consistency. Although we are always evolving, we all possess deeply held values that do not have to be compromised. Your personal integrity matters. So if you're feeling pressured to say yes when your heart says no, or to be something that you're not, listen to the message. Now is time to remember the importance of being reliable and impeccable with your word. Again, I think this is talking about intention. What is your intention? Allow it to be pure and from the purest place. People may struggle to accept your truth and your decisions, but you need to stick to them. Speak with integrity. Speak with kindness is what I'm getting. Make sure that we're speaking with integrity, speaking with kindness. Because what matters to you deep down is matters to the conscious universe who loves you. If you're feeling unsure, doubting whether you have the right to take action, become still and recognize that the conscious universe is with you always. So again, there's some message here about a balance between being still, listening to your intuition and make sure the timing is right, being integral with your word, with your actions, with your intention, and then going forward and taking the action required. Because I feel like everything falls in place at its own time. Everything is going to fall in place in its own time. So timing is everything on this, is what they're telling me. Make sure that you're in the right place, that your intention is pure, and trust the flow of the timing. There's something here about timing on this situation that you're asking about. They want to make sure that yes, you're enthusiastic, that you want it to go a certain way, but trust your intuition on the timing of it all, that you're in alignment at the right time for this to transpire. Trust that it will unfold exactly how it should unfold. And it will unfold with your intention if that's what's required for everyone's best and highest. So just have faith in that piece, that everything will unfold naturally in its own time and always for everyone's best and highest. Not necessarily what we want, always what's in everyone's best and highest. So there's always a balance here about when to take action, how to take action, and making sure that we're in alignment with the highest and best for all, always. Listen to your gut is what they keep telling me. Keep going back to your intuition and listen to the timing. There's something here about timing for you, beloved, on this one. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that helped you through that. I'm going to read your messages. You've been confused about the situation. Most of you want to connect in many ways. I have deep feelings for her. All right. So hopefully that gives you some guidance on that. Everything is timing. Everything is taking action at the right time. Okay? Let everything flow in its natural own state. That's the most important thing, beloved. Okay, guys, I'm going to do one more number, and then I'm going to pop off here. So one more number between 1 and 10. One more number. One more number. You're very welcome. You're very welcome, Kainat. Bokhari. I love your last name. Much love to you. Wish you all the best. Wish you all the best. Okay, guys. One more number here. I'll give you guys about another 20 seconds. All right, beloveds, this is the final number for today, number 7. So let me just scroll up here and see who got number 7. Mimi. That's how I'm going to pronounce it. Mimi, you are the winner. Okay, let me tune in. I'm going to get Sacred Rebel cards here for you. So I'm just asking for what it is you most need to know right now. And if there's a specific question, I can also tune into that for you. Although Spirit usually already knows. Too funny, I picked 7 bills other time, shouldn't have switched. Oh, that was way too many cards that popped out. Oh, maybe not. Okay, I just had 3 cards pop out, so I'm going to trust that those are the 3. Okay. How does Dario feel about me? All right, let me tune into that. I'm going to go into the cards that popped out for you. Mimi, what they're talking about is, and maybe they'll get into it, but more than how Dario feels about you, they want to talk about what's your highest and best vision that you're going to hold for this scenario, because that's the most important piece of it. Trust yourself and trust your gut on this. Again, that's interesting because it's very similar to the last message. It's interesting that this card came up again. What's your vision for that relationship, and what is it that you're holding for the highest and best for yourself and for that other person? Mostly for yourself, because regardless if this is the individual or not that's going to come into your life, what is it that you want to see in your life, and what's your highest and best vision for yourself for having someone come into your life? Because that's what's going to bring it into form, is what they just said to me. So you can hold the vision of that person if you're in your life, if you like. What they would rather you do is hold the vision of the feeling of the energy of how you feel with being with a specific person. That's what the most important thing is, because that's how you bring it into form. And that's how you bring the right person into form in your life. It's about holding a vision and a feeling about how you feel, whatever the perfect relationship feels like, whether you're feeling supported and loved and guided and grounded and cared for. That's what you want to focus on to bring something into form. And it'll either be the person you're thinking of, or it'll be another person that'll come in. But whether it's a love relationship or partnership or a friendship, it's always about what's the highest vision you hold for any kind of anything in your life, whether it's a relationship, a career, a goal, a love interest. What's your vision? Because the universe can't support you if this isn't clear. What do you see? What do you want? And allow that to bring it into form. What they're saying is you're the one that has to take the steps, whether or not it's this person or someone else. What is your ultimate vision for yourself? And trust yourself. Trust yourself through that. Trust that you're going to bring the right person, the right situation to you exactly at the right time. Very similar to the last message, which is interesting. But trust yourself through that process. Trust what your gut is telling you in that process. Let your highest vision unfold for yourself here. I don't know if this is the energy of Dario I'm picking up or not. I feel someone around you, a male energy around you, that definitely has a feeling for you. But I don't know if it's in the way that you're hoping for is the energy I'm getting. But they want to make sure that you're going back to this piece. Most of all, it's not who and the when and the where and who's around you and how they're around you. What is it that you want to manifest in your life, and holding a higher vision for yourself and trusting yourself. Trusting yourself. Trust that you're going to bring that forward for yourself more than anything. They're also talking about in whatever it is that you're focusing on, if you push your agenda too quickly, I feel like this person walking away from you. So it's not, again, not about a specific person as much as holding the vision for what you want, the energy for what you want, and how you feel that the people that you want in your energy field. This is the most important piece of all. But there's something here about, I don't know if you've had people walk away from you, and this is the fear, because I feel an energy of maybe people walking away or some kind of abandonment stuff going on for you. If that's what's happening, and you don't trust yourself because of that, there's something here going on with that. We need to go back to the highest vision and trusting our own gut that we're going to bring through exactly the types of relationships, scenarios, situations in our life that are going to hold on to our highest and best vision for yourself. Get clear on this piece, because the rest will unfold. If these two pieces are clear, your vision for your life, your vision for what you want in partnership, your vision for what you want in career, anything, and you trust yourself, and you're not limited by old fears and patterns and old experiences, you learn to really trust that you're going to be your number one advocate. And they're talking about being supported by the divine through this, that there's a piece that this person will stand still. There's something here about he'll come into your life and walk into your life rather than people walking out of your life. Okay? There's just some patterning, old patterning here for you. There's something here we have to heal, is what they're talking about. Something here, some kind of fear of someone not caring for you or walking out of your life in the past. There's something here they want you to focus on to heal. But get clear on your vision. Get clear on what it is you need to focus on, and the way you need to feel about a certain situation, rather than the people. I want to run away sometimes. Okay, that makes sense. There's some energy here about movement and running away, but I also feel like there's something here that needs to be healed with abandonment for you. So if we can focus on that piece, what it is you're feeling abandoned around, or abandonment of something. The number one thing they want to go back to, beloved, for you is, what is your vision for your life? If that's not clear, then we're constantly in reaction to life. What do you want? How do you feel in that? Feel it in your body when you bring that vision forward, whether it's peace, whether it's support, and know that you're strong enough to, and believe in yourself to make the right choices to get you there. That's all that really matters. That's all that really matters. Hold the vision for what you want in your life, how you want to feel in your life right now. It's not about reacting to others. The power is in you, is what they want to remind you of. There's something here about moving away from reacting to how other people's other people are living their lives around you, and holding strong in your self-trust and your self-belief, and getting a clear vision for what you want in your life, and allowing that to unfold for you, for your best highest and for their best highest. But there's something around self-care, taking care of yourself, getting clear on your vision for what you want for your life first. They just said to me, you need to stop reacting to what others are doing around you. The reaction is a bit of a habit, and we need to get clear on a clear vision for you, regardless of who's going to come in your life or who's around your life. How do you want to feel? What do you want to see? And trust that you are strong enough, wise enough, capable enough to get you there. This is what they want you to focus on more than anything right now. Okay? Hopefully that helps. I send you so much love, because I can feel some challenges around some stuff right now for you. Okay, guys, I'm going to hop off. I've got to get going. I've got a million other things I need to do. You're so welcome. I hope that was helpful, Mimi. Anyone else who got a reading, I certainly hope that the information that came through for you is valuable, and I trust that it is. They want you to reflect on the words they brought through for you today, because there's some stuff to reflect on for everyone today. All right, guys, much love to you. I will see you in November. Come back here October 20th for another live reading session, and we'll be doing a lot more live readings on that October 20th session with Allison Winrider from the TV show The Rescue Mediums. And if you haven't seen The Rescue Mediums, you can go and see it on YouTube if you put in The Rescue Mediums and watch Allison at work. She's in the last few seasons, and she is a superb medium and psychic. So join us October 20th. We will be able to get through a lot more readings for everyone here. So much love to you guys. Tyler is here. Hi, Tyler. Glad you're here. Much love to you. And watch for more stuff coming up from Tyler and I. He's coming over this afternoon. You're going to see us on YouTube connecting and bringing through guidance for everyone. The two of us, the masculine and the feminine, joining. Those two twin flame energies coming together to do some work together this month and beyond. So exciting stuff coming for Tyler. Tyler, lots of love to you. Thanks for being here. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you so much. Thank you, Bridget. Donna, you're so welcome. So much love to you all. Go and have a fab month. Keep your hearts open. Remember, the gateway is open for you, beloveds. The gateway is open. Do you choose to unshackle yourself and let go and walk out of the cave of limiting beliefs and fears or not? The choice is yours this month. Okay, guys. Much love to you. See you later. Bye.